Good morning, students. So, today we are going to start the very first chapter in plus 2 accountancy. As its name, we know about the financial statement of not-for-profit organization. As in a plus 1, we studied about the business which working to earn profit. This time we are going to study about not-for-profit organization. First, the meaning of these not-for-profit organization. As it not-for-profit organizations are those organizations which are set up for social welfare. So it's clear, the very first line, for social welfare. The main objective of these organizations is to further cultural, educational, health, religious, public service to people, and not with the purpose of earning profit. So as the first line is clear, it's working as a educational institutions, as a hospital, or as a health serving organization, but the prime objective is to serving the society, not for the profit. As we continue this one, these are also known as non-profit organizations. So this is another name, and as an example which we are observing in our surrounding commonly of such organization are school, hospital, sports club, etc. So these are the practical examples. So this our subject is giving us our life experience, the practical examples. So as we continue this one, there is some characteristics for not-for-profit organization. So these features we can also say. First, the entity. Entity is same. In plus 1 you have studied the business entity. It is a separate. Same way the not-for-profit organization, it has a separate legal entity. So it will not at all affected with the entrance or exit of members. Second one is purpose. Purpose we already just discussed about the definition, the serving the society. These are set up for rendering service to people at large. That's not only for the members. The members will definitely benefited, but other than member, it's also provided the service. Point number 3, ownership. It is not owned by its promoters, the founders. It's not up to the limit of those person there. It belongs to the society, means who are engaged with this organization, those are actively working for that organization, they are mainly considered as owner. The fourth one, the profit, the definition we already discussed, that it does not function with the objective of earning profit. Definitely it's not objective, but the one thing, if with their serving, with their activity, if get some surplus amount, some earning, it will not ignored. That will accepted or added as a surplus for the organization. The next one is the point number 5, the management, how to manage or control this firm. It is managed by a group of individuals, often called trustees. This is a common name which we use, those manage or control this organization, or it's also called the management committee. Point number 6, fund, how to arrange the money amount by this organization. Fund for its operations are given by its members. Very first, those become members, they contribute some financial, some fund to the organization, and the donors who give the donation in the form of entrance fees, membership fees, subscription. So these all the amounts ahead which we use by their members, and donation, etc. That may be donation from the individual, from society, from the government. Next one, the financial statement. So what the record, the accounts we maintained by these organization. It prepare receipts and payment account. So this is a very first numerical form is there, that we maintain receipts and payment account. Second, income and expenditure account, and with the income and expenditure account we also prepare balance sheet, which is very much same as you studied in the plus 1 class. Next one, in the numerical form we come to know about their receipts and payment. So this is a form of account. Which one is very much same as you prepare cash book in the plus 1 class. So firstly, the meaning we come to know about. The definition of this, it is a summary of cash including bank, receipts and payment during an accounting period. So this I clear the accounting period. Yes, in our +1 there is commonly we studied 1 year, but it could be vary from organization to organization, maybe 1 year, maybe 6 months, maybe 3 months, or maybe any other period. In that period, the receipts and payment being shown under the appropriate head of accounts. Just as in a feature we have discussed about this amount we received as a fund, that may be a membership fees, that may be a subscription, that may be a donation. That head we consider, and it being with the opening cash and bank balances. Means if the firm is already existing, it has definitely some opening balance in the form of cash or in the bank, or maybe both, and end with the closing cash and bank balances of the accounting period. And when we have to sum up this receipts and payment account, it will close with the closing balance, what the cash or a bank balance is kept with the organization at the end. Next we continue, this point is receipts are shown on the debit side. It's a very much same as in a cash book. On your left hand side, the debit side, whatever the receipt, it is a capital receipt or it is a revenue receipt, it comes on the debit side. And payments are shown on the credit side of account. It includes capital as well as revenue nature of transaction. This means that amount is concerned to the long period, as we have purchased a building, borrowed the loans, issued a debentures, or sale of fixed assets. Any ground there is a receipts or payment, maybe capital nature, or we received interest, we received dividend, or we paid salary, we paid rent. These revenue nature, all the contents are considered equally in this contents. Now we come to the feature, its nature. It is a real account, it being a summary of cash receipts and cash payment, as you studied in +1, the real account, real, nominal and personal. So it is a form as a real account, including bank balance. Second is basis of preparing. What the purpose to prepare? It prepared on the cash basis of accounting, that you should know we have a accrual basis and cash basis. This account is prepared on the cash basis accounting. In the debit side records amount received and credit side amount paid. Now the next one is period. It shows all cash and bank transaction, whether it related to current, previous or next accounting period. So as we said, it's a cash basis, so we consider when we cash received, it cash received for the related to current year, previous year, next, or same the payment. Now the point number 5, it's a balances. It shows the cash and bank balance in the beginning as well as in the end. There's a what the balance we have in the starting and what the balance of cash and bank remain at the last. So the purpose is to show amount received and paid under a different heads during the accounting year. So as we conclude, अगर ट्रांसलेट भी हम करें तो receipts and payment account में हमारे पास जो actual cash या receive हुआ या pay किया है उस accounting period में, this we have to consider. So now we are now come to the numerical implementation of receipts and payment account. As its format is clear, there is a left hand side, this we called it as a debit side is our receipt, and right hand side is a credit side, it is called our payment. So now in this receipts and payment account, with the commonly contents we have, it's always started the balance, maybe cash or bank. If it is a favorable, if it is a unfavorable, then it may be by balance brought down, but it's only the case of bank overdraft, but not in case of cash. So as a subscription, journal donation and these entrance fees we consider as a revenue contents, where sale of old goods, there is a life membership, legacy endowment funds, these are the example of our capital receipt. Same the ground, the salary, rent, postage, advertisements, these are the example of our revenue expenditure, where the assets or any other long-term payments is an example of our capital expenditure. So this is all our receipts and payment. This means it will helpful for you to basic understanding. Thank you very much.